So it's great to see everybody. Thanks for the league as always. Wonderful opportunity to talk about what's happening in session as well as session priorities. I'm Kip Kendrick. I represent the 45th District here in Columbia. I serve as the Minority Whip for Democratic Party and serve on Budget Committee, Education Appropriations, Pensions, and then House Procedures and Consent. Also serve on the Certificate of Need Committee as well. Well, the budget came out today. The governor's proposed budget. It was a few weeks later than normal, but I suppose you had to take your time when you're finding $500 million cut. And since he's new, that's kind of to be expected, I guess. It'd be a little bit late rolling out. No surprise, higher education took about $100 million of those $500 million cuts, and it's kind of where we are, right? I mean, we're increased costs of Medicaid is also, driving the budget up. But special interest tax cuts over the years, it put us in a very difficult position. You look back to the corporate franchise tax cut of 2011, Senate Bill 19 in 2015, which had a fiscal note that was off. You look at the Senate Bill 509, the income tax cut of 2014 session, which is just now starting to be phased in. It's about $90 million out of budget this year. Conservative estimates say once it's fully phased in, it's going to be about $600 million a year, potentially more than that. It hits Boone County and Columbia very hard. Anytime there's these major cuts to education, higher education, hits our economy. But it also hits the students very hard as well. This is going to be increased costs in tuition, not just here at the University of Missouri, but all around the state. We've already heard Ozark Technical College, MACC talking about it, State Technical College. You just keep going down the list over and over. It's going to be higher tuition, and this hits middle class families in particular very hard. Trying to improve the opportunities for their child and seeking higher education, and it's part of where we are in seeing a ballooning student debt. Over $1.3 trillion on the books. We're seeing massive student loan debt for an entire generation that you can make arguments, very strong arguments. It's not going to just affect them, it's going to affect all of us when their purchasing power is diminished. So I'm back this year with 3 bills aimed at addressing student debt, student loan refinancing bill, trying to refinance loans into lower interest rates over a longer period of time at the state level. I've got a student loan bill of rights to add some protections at the state level. And then also we'll be filing a state work study bill in the next couple of weeks. Give opportunity to push kids off campus, push students off campus into paid internships where they get to increase their skills, but also get a foot in the door, hopefully, to kind of bridge that gap, because we need to make sure that as they're graduating with higher debt, we can do everything we can to get them into a job faster, and hopefully here in Missouri, and keep some of the top talent here in Missouri. So I'll be focused on that. File a number of ethics bills too, because I think that's important. That kind of plays into, I think you make an argument that ethics legislation would factor into special interest tax cuts. So we need to do everything we can to push back against any future tax cuts, and do everything we can to protect the higher education and K-12 education. Thank you.